happened to watch Cloverfield Paradox, and I gotta say the best thing about this movie is the marketing. But I can't really say that because marketing is just an aspect to a film. Cloverfield Paradox is a movie that just been released on Netflix a couple days ago. What they did was Netflix decided to not release any trailers or posters. They just wanted to release the film right then and there on Super Bowl Sunday. So just to get the people excited, get anticipation. I was one of those people who was excited because it was Cloverfield. I'm a fan of the Cloverfield series, so I had to watch it. Cloverfield Paradox is about this crew of members that's part of this Cloverfield project that's trying to find suitable energy for Earth because Earth is going through an energy crisis. So they tried to use this energy source and they accidentally teleported themselves to a different dimension. They happened to run across this female. She came from an alternate dimension, and we have our thriller in space. Well, strong word. The main star of this movie is this chick who looks like Kerry Washington. I don't really remember the character's name. It's not my fault because I do not want to look at Wikipedia just to do a review. I never do that. So if the film doesn't do a good job of making me remember a character's name, then it didn't do a good job at all. I think the chick who looks like Kerry Washington, I think she did a good job of her performance, even though her dialogue was quite unpleasant at times, but she did a good job for what she was given. The other two actors that definitely had the best performance in this entire movie was Daniel Bruhl and David Oyelowo. I suck at names. These two guys are really talented actors. David, he played Martin Luther King in Selma. He was nominated for his role. He did a good job. Daniel, he's going to have his own show called The Alienist. He definitely did a good job in his own right. But yet, those two actors didn't really elevate the film for what it was trying to become. And the other two things I have to say were good parts was the film did a good job of making this film ambiguous and ambitious. And the main problem I had with this movie was the writing, because the writing was all over the place. The film did a good job of having us ask questions, but the film didn't give us hints or any clues to the answer. For example, there's this character who loses an arm, but his arm starts crawling like a little spider. And I'm feeling like I'm watching the Addams Family. Like, how is that possible? Why is the film doing that? The film doesn't clarify why these weird things are happening. They're just happening. So you, the audience, are having these questions, and then the answers are not really answered, and it doesn't really give the audience hints and clues. So you're just sitting there like... The film asks you questions, but when you actually try to figure out the answers to these questions, you accidentally teleport yourself to a cornfield. And there's a time where the film focuses on the main chick about her tragic backstory, and then the film shifts to her husband on Earth, who happens to find this girl, and then we get a small glimpse of a monster, and that was pretty much it. I mean, the film doesn't really clarify, well, what kind of role does her husband play? I just feel like the only role that the main character's husband plays is a guy who finds a girl, and that's pretty much it. And by going into this film, I was thinking the film was going to connect with the other two films, 10 Cloverfield Lane or Cloverfield, but the film doesn't really seem like it wants to connect with the film, and then they kind of connect with the film. Like, the film doesn't know what it wants to do, and when it's trying to tell a story or trying to present it, it just doesn't make the audience care, or make me care for that matter. And the only reason why this film could be connected to the Cloverfield universe is because it says Cloverfield Paradox, keyword Cloverfield. Vigilantes, I really wanted to like this film. I was hoping this film was going to either connect with the first two films or things, but the film doesn't really connect with the first two films. It doesn't really deliver a cohesive story. And then another big giant question mark that happened was towards the ending of the film. I don't want to spoil it, but I feel like it's a direct connection to Cloverfield, but still, once you think about it, you still have question marks in your head. Performances was decent, was okay. The writing was definitely all over the place. The film doesn't know what kind of story it wants to tell, and the plot does deliver some cringy points. And then this plot revolving around this person who comes from another dimension, I'm like, where'd she come from? I gotta give Cloverfield Paradox a Val Kilmer Batman. This is a forgettable movie. Definitely a guilty pleasure or forgettable movie in my eyes, and it could be different for all you guys. Alright guys, that's my review of Cloverfield Paradox. Have you seen this movie? Guys, please let me know. Comment below. Give me your thoughts on your favorite Cloverfield movie. Is it the first one? Second one? Vigilantes, I'll let you guys know you are the best. I have more reviews coming along the way, so if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here, join me in the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.
Jerry.